The crypto market is extremely volatile at the moment. But in this video, we are going to reveal Shiba Inu's next big move. So if you have any interest in Shiba Inu, or you hold any SHIB tokens, then you can't afford to miss this video. So what is the latest Shiba Inu coin news? And how will all of this affect the value of Shiba Inu? In today's video, I will be answering these questions, and I'm going to be telling you all of the price-boosting information that has just come out about Shiba Inu. I have put a lot of research into this video, so make sure you watch until the end to not miss out on any information. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a daily giveaway of 1 million Shiba tokens. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and comment hashtag Shiba Inu. Good luck! But before we get to our topic, let's take a look at the chart and see what the price of Shiba is doing on the 31st of March, shall we? Shiba Inu's price today is around 12 and 17 units. Shib's price is down 3% in the last 24 hours, with a 24-hour trading volume of $213 million. The token also currently has a market cap of over $7.1 billion, ranking it as the 20th most valuable cryptocurrency. Please keep in mind, these prices might have changed by the time you watch this video. This content is not financial advice. Now let's get into today's video. Shiba Inu Insider explains why Shib is ready for multi-billion-dollar inflows from Shib ETFs. The debate over whether Shiba Inu is ready for an exchange-traded fund continues to gain traction in the crypto space. Despite ranking as the 17th largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, and boasting over 110 exchange listings with 212 trading pairs, Shib has yet to receive a proposed ETF in the United States. However, its community remains steadfast in pushing for recognition. On Sunday, Lucy, the lead marketing strategist for Shiba Inu, took to X to highlight Shib's readiness for an ETF and why even boomers could embrace the popular meme token. Shib is listed on over 110 exchanges with 212 trading pairs, including all the major platforms. It's basically everywhere. Easy to access, easy to trade. Is Shib good for an ETF? Yes. Will boomers invest in a dogecoin? Also, yes, Lucy asserted. She emphasized that Shib is more than just a meme. It is a decentralized, community-driven asset built to last. One of the strongest arguments for a Shib ETF is its resistance to price manipulation. The pundit pointed out that to manipulate Shib, one would need to be a billionaire, similar to Bitcoin. This characteristic differentiates Shib from low-cap tokens susceptible to extreme price swings. Additionally, she highlighted Shib's decentralization as a critical factor in its ETF potential. Unlike projects that rely on central entities, Shib continues to grow organically, with various teams building around it. She referenced Shiba Inu's ecosystem, including the core development team, Shibarium's Layer 2 blockchain, and the shibaswap decentralized exchange, as key innovations that bolster Shib's long-term sustainability. This is not the first time the Shiba Inu community has advocated for an ETF. In January 2025, Shibazens, a prominent Shib community handle, published a detailed case for why major asset managers like BlackRock and Grayscale should consider launching a Shib ETF. Their argument rested on 10 key points, including Shib's massive global community, high liquidity, and operational success of Shibarium. The post quickly gained traction, with community members rallying behind the idea. Users voiced strong support and predicted a price surge for Shib ecosystem tokens, such as Bone, Shibi, and Leash. Shibazens also highlighted Shib's affordability, ESG-friendly initiatives through the Shib Karma Foundation, and potential for long-term institutional adoption. One of Lucy's more interesting claims was that boomers could warm up to Shib. While traditionally wary of volatile assets, older investors could find Shib appealing due to its accessibility, decentralization, and expanding role in DeFi, gaming, and payments. Additionally, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission recently clarified on February 27, 2025, that most meme coins do not qualify as securities under federal law. This shift strengthens Shib's prospects for an ETF, potentially making it easier for older investors to enter the meme coin market. If you are still watching, it would be massively appreciated if you could go ahead and smash the like button. It costs nothing and really helps support the channel. But keep watching to find out the latest Shiba Inu updates and what the future could hold for the Shiba Inu coin. Now it's time for the main story of today's video. Large Shiba Inu holders amass 631 billion Shib in 3 days, as positive flows recover, despite price slump. The broader crypto market has not fared well in recent times, and Shiba Inu has been one of the victims of this downturn despite relative resilience. The meme coin has slumped 7.27% over the past week, with a 3.73% drop in the last 24 hours. This bearish pressure has been consistent since March 27th, as Shib has witnessed 4 consecutive intraday losses for the second time this month. With a 3% drop this morning, the asset is on track to secure a 5th consecutive intraday loss for the first time since January. Large Shiba Inu holders amass 631 billion in 3 days. However, it appears large Shiba Inu holders are unbothered by the latest losses. Notably, these investors witnessed massive net outflows on March 26th and 27th as the latest bearish pressure began. However, since then, the tables have turned, with large holders persistently adding to their bags. Since March 28th, large Shiba Inu holders have witnessed positive net flows, suggesting that inflows have outpaced outflows within this period. Particularly, Into the Block data shows that these addresses, holding at least 0.1% of Shib's circulating supply, amassed 165.51 billion tokens on Friday, March 28th. This accumulation trend spilled into the next day, with these addresses copying an extra 148.6 billion Shib on March 29th. Further, they stepped up their game on March 30th, accumulating 317.63 billion Shib. Cumulatively, these large Shiba Inu holders have amassed 631.74 billion Shib tokens worth over $7.58 million in the past 3 days. Positive net flows resume. In an interesting twist, outflows from these addresses have continued to drop even as inflows spike. As a result, net flows have been positive within these past 3 days. Specifically, from March 28th to 30, large Shiba Inu holders have seen 276.28 billion worth $3.3 million in positive net flows. Notably, the bulk of these net inflows, amounting to 206.93 billion Shib, occurred yesterday, March 30th, despite Shiba Inu's price crash. Further data from Into the Block confirms this accumulation trend, but indicates that smaller investors are also adding to their balance. In particular, investors holding between 10 million and 100 billion Shib, and those holding 10 trillion to 100 trillion tokens, had a balance of 266.36 trillion Shib on March 28th. This balance is now 266.6 trillion tokens, marking an increase of 240 billion Shib within this period. This trend will likely prevent steeper declines for Shib, especially if buying pressure supersedes selling pressure in the near term. Meanwhile, Shiba Inu currently changes hands at 1201 units, down by a massive 43% year-to-date, but up 16% since November 2024. But Shib isn't the only project you should be looking into at the moment. I recently did a video on what could become the next Shiba Inu coin. Check out the video on screen to find out more. Thanks for watching.